This one is labeled priorities. Dear Chris and Peaches, I would like to preface this with the fact that I am 21 and grew up in an environment extremely unfit for children, with an adult who did not care to teach me anything about life or self-care or regulation. It has been an uphill battle teaching myself how to work through and recognize behaviors in myself, let alone how to properly care for myself. I'm happy with my progression, stunted as it is, but I want to go farther. I want to give my son everything he needs and the means to properly understand and care for himself. My fiance, on the other hand, seems happy remaining stagnant.
Ooh.
Smoking weed to pass time.
You know, we get emails every once in a while. I'm like over here playing pussies with
I
you.
see
Like, hey,
that,
you
yeah.
know what?
I like that.
You ever hear somebody say something and you're like, "Huh?"
Yes. Yes, I do.
I mentally just was like, "Huh?"
Because of the stagnant?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't understand that. I really, it's okay to pause every once in a while and be like, all right, I've been going hard for like the last 4 years. I'm going to cruise for the next like 2.5, 3 weeks. I'm going
Yeah.
to sleep in a little bit, maybe miss a gym session or two, maybe eat a little bit shitty of a diet. I'm just going to take a break. I'm going to breathe for a minute. I'm going to reassess my goals, how far I've come in the last year or two. Where's my trajectory on my 3-year plan? Am I going to hit it faster than 3 years? Do I need to create another 3-year plan? I'm doing all this during that 2 to 3 weeks where I'm taking some downtime.
Right.
And then I'm gonna fucking hit that shit with vigor. Like I'm well rested now. I got this new attack plan. I've already expressed it with my woman. She knows where I'm going now. Like we're gonna fucking do this. That's the only stagnant time that you get in life.
Correct.
Until you've made it.
Yeah.
When you look at your bank account and go, yo, I have enough residual income or passive income coming in that I don't have to worry right now. Let's go on vacation. Until then, grind.
Yes.
That stagnant mindset doesn't work.
That fiance would not be a fiance to me.
Sounds like mold. Like the green algae that you see running down the side of an old 7-Eleven gas station from the
air conditioner
yes,
or whatever.
It's just a green line of mold that runs down onto the sidewalk.
We are not even living paycheck to paycheck. As it stands, I've been donating plasma at least 5 times a month to ensure our son has diapers and lunches.
What? But he can afford weed. Are you fucking kidding me? Parenting, ladies and gentlemen. Fucking priorities. And this is why I get annoyed when we read emails.
I'm flabbergasted. I don't even want to read the rest of this email. If this was my life and I was selling pieces of myself to supplement income to afford food and diapers for my child, I would leave that child's father until he can prove that the family's a priority and he does want to provide. And I would reach out to whoever the fuck I could reach out to who would accept me and my child until I could get back up on my feet. I would go to a women's shelter. I would go to my mom's house, my sister's house. Reach out to aunts, uncles, family I haven't talked to in 10 years and say, hey, I'm really going through it. Like, if I get a job and start paying rent, can I stay with you until I can get my own place?
Yep. How do you wake up, right? And go, okay, the last 5 months I've had to sell plasma in order to buy diapers. I'm with a man who smokes weed constantly and is more worried about his high than he is worried about the baby. And go, this is totally how I want to spend the rest of my life.
And I bet he was like that before they had a child.
I'm sure he was. And children are fucking expensive. Diapers and formula is fucking expensive. Even if you get help, even if you have WIC, this shit's expensive.
It really is. Y'all really need to be thinking about the choices you're making and who you're with when you have unprotected sex.
Yeah.
One night stands can
ruin
tie
your
you to
entire
somebody
life.
for 18 years. And a whole new slew of struggles are going to come into your life. This is unacceptable behavior from anybody. If you are in a relationship with somebody who shows you that they do not have the drive or the discipline to get out of bed and go to work and maintain a lifestyle that is not just getting by, I would not consider a long-term relationship with them. I am not willing to struggle with somebody who is okay with struggling.
Yeah.
You and I are a totally different scenario. If we came into hard times, like if the hurricane destroyed the house and we had to struggle, I would struggle with you because I know that you are not okay with struggling, and you would work your ass off and you would be a teammate with me, and we would do everything we need to get out of that struggle and get to the point of where we are comfortable again.
Yeah. I feel bad for that kid.
I feel really fucking bad for that kid too.
Yep.
Okay, I'm going to continue reading.
Okay.
I'm so infuriated. If I were a man, I couldn't imagine having my woman have to donate her plasma or like sell her plasma to go and buy my child food. We've discussed me getting flags for like red flags and green flags.
Yes.
I'm going to start keeping tally of pussy men. Because so far that's 3.
Yeah.
When we actually started...
Knowing that you view men the way that you view men makes me feel really good about myself.
Yeah.
I know that's a kind of horrible thing to say. Like, it is kind of an arrogant, shitty thing. I guess that's an ego thing for me.
Right.
And like full transparency, I do truly believe that's my ego. It could be my id. I don't know. That
Id?
Your id. It's a deeper part of your ego. Anyways, we can research that together when we're done.
Okay.
It's a whole lot to explain, and I only have bits and pieces of it in my brain right now because I'm hung up on all this.
Okay.
But knowing that you view the way that you view men now, because I know previously, anyways, knowing that that's how you view men, in the event that I was to die, I know that you would not accept less than me.
Correct.
Moving forward. I don't ever have to worry about you if I'm not around anymore and like your life because of all of this and the way that you view what actually makes a man a man. You're not going to date anyone that's less than a warrior. I don't know, man. I wonder, this is really fucked up. I wonder what her home life looked like between mom and dad, if she had a dad in the picture, and was dad a fuck up too? Like, was mom a pushover? Was she manipulated? Like, sorry.
I bet the possibility of those happening is increased in likelihood due to the situation she's in. Are you okay?
I'm really annoyed.
I can tell.
I don't, there's a child involved. And like, you know how I am with the kid thing. Like, there's a fucking kid in the house. And I feel the way that I feel about men who don't provide anyways. Like, that alone is a problem for me. But knowing that he's getting high and she's selling plasma to take care of their child, like, I don't see. Anyways, I don't want to go on a tangent. I swear that like we were done with that, and I'm not going to get gangster and like huff and puff and like, I'm just not going to do that anymore. So I'm.
When we actually started dating, after an admittedly short courtship, I was the breadwinner until he settled into town. The job search was long and drawn out, and eventually he gained a job. Around this time, I got pregnant. I continued working until about 2 months before I gave birth, and he quits the job. He gains another one about a month later, which he keeps until he got bored. Okay, so how long have you guys been together? How short was your courtship? Was it 2 weeks or was it 2 months?
Yeah, details matter.
Did you get pregnant after 3 months of being with a dude?
She quit because she was getting close to labor.
Correct.
And he quit his fucking job.
Yeah.
Tell me that you are an irresponsible life form without telling me that you're not. How do you do that? How do you guys, this is common sense. You do not quit a job unless you have another job secured and a fucking start date.
Correct.
Because that week or 2 weeks of overlap for people who are living paycheck to paycheck can financially ruin you.
Yes.
So let's say he didn't find a job for a month, right? What if he got a bi-weekly paycheck and he started in the middle of the pay period? That's almost 2 months without a fucking paycheck for either of them.
Yep. The amount of irresponsibility on both ends, honestly, is very shocking to me.
Y'all need fucking role models, man.
Ladies, be on some type of contraceptive when you are dating. Unless you are in a long-term committed relationship with somebody who is having a very healthy relationship with you and doesn't berate you or yell at you or put you down or call you names, do not have children with men you have only known for 6 months.
Yeah, no shit.
Don't do it. It is not exciting. It is not fun. Right now, you might have this idealized version of, oh, we've been together. Everything's great. We're going to get married. We're going to have a family. He's going to take care of us. And then in 5 years, you could be selling plasma because he hasn't maintained a job for longer than a year. We hear it constantly. Constantly. Women who are failed by the men they chose to marry, who was already failing them, and now they don't know what to do with their life because they have 3 children depending on them and their husband's not providing. When somebody shows you who they are, you have to believe them.
Yeah.
Do not get yourself into a situation where you now have lives depending on you. You don't have any family to help you. Your man doesn't care. And your kids haven't eaten in 2 days. Being loved by somebody is not worth that. I am not willing to pay that price to have somebody love me. I'm cleared by my OB/GYN for working, and to try and steady the income, I get an evening job. In this period, he stays home with a newborn, but our child always has a full diaper when I return and is hungry. So he's neglecting the child.
Yeah, that's exactly what that is.
He's neglecting a newborn child.
I have more respect for men who are willing to sell drugs
than
men who allow their women to fucking do plasma.
Yeah.
I'm having a really, really hard time with this.
Me too.
And I'm trying so fucking hard to stay calm because I said I wasn't going to do that anymore. We may have to skip this email. I'm going to try to get through it, but like...
I can't keep reading this.
Okay.
She talks about the baby screaming for food and he's ignoring it playing video games.
Yeah, let's go to the next one. This is the kind of shit I don't want to hear about. There's nothing redeeming about that.
Hey guys, if you enjoyed that, found it entertaining, funny, or even learned something you didn't know before, share it. And if you're not subscribed, why aren't you? And for those of you who want to support us, get access to exclusive content and live streams, we do have a Patreon. All the links are in the description.